to our Nullarbor journey. We're about an hour out of Penong, and it's pretty funny. It's a bit surprising. The air highway is a bit like Burke Street. There's so many cars. We're very surprised. It's less trucks. There's more camper trailers, and there's a lot of people just flying across. So it's very interesting. I was going to get some footage, but I'll have to wait until the road clears up a bit, because it's just like driving up the Hugh Mile in Victoria at the minute. So it's not a bad drive so far. It's been pretty cruisy. Alex has demolished his whole lunchbox, and the boys are getting stuck into their schoolwork. And how's the boss? She's going alright. So, what do you want to do?
Drive off, Mummy. Drive off, Mummy.
We'll trick Mummy.
Yeah, well, only if she has a smile.
If she comes out of the office with a smile, we'll see how she goes.
It was lovely. Hey! Hey! You monsters!
Which rat bag do you think that was?
Samuel!
There's Alex! Alright, we're just cruising along Lake McDonald, just out of Penong. It's
McDonald, I think.
McDonald. It's supposed to be the pink lake. Today it doesn't look that pink, but it was an alright drive. We've got the van on. It's a bit of an average road, to be honest, pretty bumpy, but it's about 15k out of town, so out of Penong. So it's well worth coming out to have a look at. There's a couple other cars out here as well. I'll see if we can put the drone up and see if it looks different from above. Alright, just opposite the park we're staying is the windmills. Apparently it's Australia's largest windmill, is that right, Liv?
One of them is.
It's kind of cool. Very much a farm vibe to it, in a nice small country town. It's kind of cool. All the different shapes and sizes. Homemade by Kevin in 1980. Head was purchased at a clearing sale. Pretty good for a homemade job. It's kind of cool. It's interesting how some are blowing and some aren't. Lots of different shapes and sizes and designs. The Comet 6-inch C, smallest Comet windmill made, 1925 to 1963. It's cool. And this is the home of Australia's biggest windmill. The sheer size of it's awesome. Catch a lot of wind.
Australia's biggest windmill. It actually is really big.
It's called Bruce.
Whoa.
Built in 1932. 35-inch B pattern, whatever that means. First owned by the Commonwealth Railways, this windmill was situated in McKinnon to provide water to the railways in South Australia. In 77 the windmill was purchased by Coonamble Station, where it operated to the early 2000s. The fan was then destroyed in high winds. No good. Looks like they've rebuilt it since, obviously.
I actually didn't think it was that big when we were in the car
No.
today. Driving past it, I thought, oh,
Yeah,
it's not that big.
when you're up close, it's
It is actually
it's much cooler.
really good.
Hello, we're at the windmill centre. Have a look around. I like it. You can also climb them. I climbed that one. I also climbed a little bit of that. I love this place. And it's right next to a caravan park.
They've got this little shelter here that's got all this information about all the different windmills and the stories. It's kind of cool reading about the history, how they fund it, how they got the 35-foot Comet. And all the volunteers it took to put this facility together. And they got a nice little donation box as well, just to help them along the way. So it's definitely worth a trip out here. It's opposite the caravan park, so you can't go too wrong. It opened in 2016, this area apparently, so it's definitely I suppose one of the highlights of Penong. So it's a pretty small country town. There's a servo, and that's about it, and a couple of pubs, I think. So if you're starting your trip across the Nullarbor, it's definitely worth it. It's we've come out at night time, so it's cooler.
You go in front with your eyes.
No, I want to take a photo.
Okay, push it. Go like this.
Obligatory
Send
photo
it to
time with our $5 tripod.
Yay!
It's gold.
How's it? How's it there?
Good work.
Where are we, Luce?
Yolata.
We're just near Yolata. It's an iconic sign on the Nullarbor, so worth a stop.
Sandflies.
Sandflies are a killer.
Yes, we are.
Alright, time to get back in the car. Alright, we've just pulled in at Scott Desco, and what are we here to see, Sammy?
The big wombat.
A big wombat. Check him out. It's like a big solid rock. It's been carved. It's got a few cracks in it by now, but
It is a big one.
nice and solid, isn't it? It looks very cool.
We think we can also climb it.
It's little remote indigenous community on the air highway. It's about 30 k's out of Penong, but it's a great little stop for the kids to have a bit of a play. The rock looks pretty cool. Quite a few cracks in it now. It looks pretty old, but it's a great little play area for the kids. I'm not sure really what the representation of the rock is or the history. I clicked Google search and couldn't find too much, but that's pretty cool. Another little stop on the Nullarbor.
Of us all looking down. Don't get too
So where's this cave lives?
White whales.
We're about 15 k's short of the Nullarbor Roadhouse on the left,
Don't you drop your cocky.
but it's pretty cool. That's reasonably deep.
That's awesome. Can you see in there, Sammy?
A few swallows and stuff in there. Goes down at least 8 metres.
Where's the swallow? Yeah, about 8 meters. Just flew out. Did you see it? Are you gonna push me in?
Definitely not.
I'm getting a full side view. Full side view.
It'd be awesome if there was a rope ladder down there, hey guys?
A what?
A ladder.
Yeah, I was going to slide down there.
Alright, these caves are pretty cool. There's another bunch of caves, I think another 3 caves at the back of the roadhouse, which are pretty good as well. The only trouble with those caves at the back of the roadhouse is the road's really average. We keep reading posts about it. It's not really one you really want to take your van on unless you're happy to crawl along really slow. But this one's pretty cool. So if you blink it, you will miss it. So just be prepared. It's about 15 k's out of the Nullarbor Roadhouse on the left.
You're gonna be my timer. I'm gonna throw the
Kids having fun. Check out the Nullarbor Roadhouse. Kids are into the bows already. Hey?
That's heavy.
Heavy?
It's not fake, it's old.
That's real, it's just a bit old.
Yeah. It just doesn't work.
Expensive fuel, Harrison?
Pardon?
Expensive?
Nope.
How much are you going to charge a litre? Hey?
1 cent.
1 cent a litre? Oh, I'll buy that. That's cheap. You know how much we pay now?
$100.
Lots. Let's check it out. These are like the old cartwheels. What's left of them? An old barn. Check out what the boys are doing. Oh, hello, sir. Is this your shop?
Yes. An old bike that has no tyre. Yes, it is my shop. Wait, are we allowed to go back here?
Oh, looks like they've got a liquor license. They've got some grog in the old cupboard.
Hello and welcome to my shop. What would you like to buy? Buttons don't work.
Oh, love a stubby.
Okay,
Icy pole.
2 slushies for you.
Slushies. Oh, that's my kind of roadhouse.
Perfect on a hot day like today.
Good job. Can I operate the register?
Me. That'll be $800. $50 per slushie. Thank you. Would you like a beer?
Oh,
There you go.
cheers, mate.
Can we get a selfie in front of this sign?
There you go. Alright, if you're looking to stay somewhere on the Nullarbor, the Roadhouse has caravan park just at the back of it. So you've got powered sites for $30 a night, I think, and unpowered for $20. So there's heaps of space. I think there's 1 person here for now because it's the middle of the day, but yeah, but not a bad stop if you're stuck in the middle of Nullarbor. Kids had fun at the old Roadhouse. We'll go inside, might get ourselves an ice cream, I reckon. It's pretty hot. And it's about 30 degrees. Make some lunch and then keep trundling along towards Bunda Cliffs, I reckon, today.
Is that a killer whale?
No, it's a southern right whale. And this is where we are. You are here. adorable. See the pink ones near the Ningaloo Reef,
Yeah.
our favourite place?
Hmm.
That's where you'll see the pygmy blue whales.
Those ones? Or
Yeah,
those ones?
no, they're pygmy blue whales. The orange is the humpback whales. They go a bit further out.
Yeah, they're also over there.
And that's where they breed as well. So in these spots here, the blue spots, that's where they have their babies. Condole is an Aboriginal name given to the southern right whale off the South Australian coastal waters. Southern right whale is near extinction 10 years ago, but it has now increased its numbers to around 2,000 in the wild. During the months of May to October, the whales come in from the deeper ocean to head to the Bight to breed. So if we were here between May and October, we might have seen one of these.
There you go, diesel at the Nullarbor Roadhouse, $2.85 per litre. Lucky we filled up. We've been paying pretty much around $2, $1.97 a litre pretty much for most of the journey so far. So that's the most expensive by far. I reckon I'm going to cough up for that. Might keep trucking along, I think. Time for some lunch. This little bloke.
What type of snake is he?
About 30 centimetres and I have no idea what he is. But he's just trundled his way under the car at the Nullarbor Roadhouse.
So we just left Nullarbor Roadhouse at about, I don't know, 12:30 or 1 o'clock, something like that. Had a bit of lunch in the van. Didn't fill up because it was really expensive and we didn't need to. And we are having the discussion about whether we sleep at the Bunda Cliffs or if we just stop there for a photo and have a look around and then push on past the border. The biggest issue is the quarantine. We have fruit and vegetables on board, so we would have to get rid of quite a lot of that stuff, which isn't the end of the world, it's just frustrating. So that is making us lean towards sleeping on the cliffs, having a dinner, eating all that stuff up and the fruit and whatever, and then going to the border tomorrow. But we've just realised that the time has changed. It was 1:42 and it's gone back to 10 past 11. So that was an hour and a half. We did know that Border Village and the little area around here has its own time zone before you get into Perth or WA. But yeah, knowing that it's only 10 past 11 now makes stopping for the rest of the day not really the greatest idea. So we'll see how we go. If we have to surrender our fruit and vegetables, we will do that. But yeah, we'll just get to the cliffs and make a decision then.
We might just push on to make tomorrow driving day a bit easier. Makes sense to me. Like, unless we're going to sit there and have a drink on the edge of the cliff for a few hours, that could be interesting. But we might push on towards WA and see how far we can get in. Alright, we've just pulled into campsite number 3 on Bunda Cliffs. It's a bit tricky, you've got to keep an eye out. It's not really clearly labelled and it's not really on the maps that well, is it? So yeah, you've got to keep your eyes peeled and hopefully we'll just peel over this edge. You just got to go a bit slower in here, I think, because it's a pretty bumpy road. So we'll see how we go.
Do you want to check this?
you can see a pod of dolphins down there. That's pretty cool. There must be 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 you can easily see through there. I'll try and zoom it in when I can. Just cruise along the coastline. It's a good lifestyle. Alright, we've just finished up at Bunda Cliffs. We've decided we're not going to crash there for the night because the time zone change at the border town got us. It's only 1 o'clock and we didn't want to sit there for 7 hours. It's pretty hot and we're a bit worried about the kids a bit close to the cliff, so we're going to keep trekking on over WA. But it was epic. It was such a good view. I don't think there's a view like that I've seen ever. It was amazing. So if you're out this way, definitely come past. What do you reckon?
It was incredible. And we started taking family photos from one position, and then someone moved and we drove up a bit closer and we're like, oh, this one's way better. So position yourself as best you can to get the best photo of the bight. Boys, what did you think?
It was great. I loved it so much. And the best thing about it was that you can see dolphins.
Oh yeah, we saw a pod of dolphins.
Yeah.
Alex, what do you think?
I like the colour of the sand, and then we saw a mirror of sand, and we played with it, and we played with that tree.
Yeah, and Harrison?
It was super cool, super fun, and probably one of my favourite stops on this holiday.
How did you like the colour of the cliffs? There's like sandstony colour, then some red, limestone in there.
And then the waves cracking up on the rock.
And the colour of the water was absolutely beautiful.
The waves didn't look very small, very big from up on top of the cliff, but they actually seem like they're big enough for you to surf on them.
Bigger probably. So we stopped at Camp 3 on Wiki Camps. There were 3. We just read the reviews. We knew we were only going to stop at 1, and the reviews at number 3 were the best. So we went there, and that's the one that we would definitely recommend.
Oh, yeah. Go there again.
Yeah.
Morning everybody. Nice and early start for us this morning. Most of us woke up at about 4 just because of the time difference. We went to bed a bit earlier, but it was a long day in the car yesterday. The kids did pretty well. We've decided to push along from Eucla. We're trying to smash out the Nullarbor in 2 days just to make it a bit easier. Yeah, kids did really well today, so we're going to go down to Norseman. It's another 500 k's. We decided to refuel at Mandrabilla, I think it was, and we pulled up at a free camp at Mandra, just off the side of the highway. Highway's about 100 metres. You don't get too much noise. The only thing, I think we parked near a wasp nest, so it wasn't that great, but nice peaceful night. There's a couple other campers here and it's free, so we'll push on throughout the day. So I'll drop in the little tab where it is, but it's not a bad free camp. There's some toilets, there's some bins, and it's nice and quiet, so that's pretty good. There's plenty of spots along here, so feel free to have a look, and when you're coming this way, and find a nice free camp where you like. All right, we made it to Norseman. Finished the Nullarbor.
Yeah,
how good's that?
2 days.
2 days. We smashed it out. 1,296 k's, I reckon. It's about 3:30. It's 40 degrees. So we just jumped into the local pool. It's a free pool, awesome on a day like today. Jump in, kids loved it. Best way to cool down, I reckon. So if you were staying in Norseman, you could jump at the free caravan park.
Yeah, we decided not to stay there because we're trying to get into Esperance a few days early, which is proving very difficult because it's so busy at the moment. But we might end up in a free camp tomorrow and the next night. We really needed some power tonight, so we're going down to Green Patch? Grassy patch. Grass patch. It's like an hour and 20 minutes from here, just to hook up for some power and some water tonight, because we're not quite sure where we will be over the next few days. Today is Wednesday and we're supposed to arrive in Esperance on Monday, so we've got quite a few days to kill until our booking there. So power and water at least tonight. $35 it was for us. I'm
going to pump the aircon and get my $35 worth because it's hot.
Yeah.
Alright, down towards Esperance. That's the Nullarbor done. Alright, we finally made it. We've finished the Nullarbor. What a journey.
Yeah.
It was good. 1,293 k's-ish, something like that. It was a good drive. It was something different to what we expected. It was a bit hillier towards the west end. Saw stuff all animals. The kids had not a bad time. We stopped at a couple of good places along the way, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was good. We pulled into Norseman. It was 40 degrees, so we pushed on a little bit further to Grassy Patch.
Yeah.
And we stayed here for the night, just with a bit of power, and it's a bit of a community camp for $30.
Yeah, because of the 2 kids it was $35, but I think without the kids it might be $25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad place to be. It's a bit of a community sort of free camp, well, cheap camp. Kids have got their certificates from the Nullarbor. Looks good.
You've really got to look for these. They were at the BP, but they weren't, on the front counter or anything. So you got to go into the shop and actually go find it. I think they were $3 each, so worth it.
If you're doing the Nullarbor, you deserve a certificate, I reckon.
That's right.
What do you reckon, Alex?
Yeah.
You showed me your certificate.
It was really boring.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. It was fun.
What was your highlight of the Nullarbor?
It was really fun. I'm kidding. It was so boring.
Was the Bunda Cliffs good?
Yes.
They were amazing. Must do. There's lots of good stops. We smashed it out in 2 days just because we wanted to get towards Esperance. All right, we'll leave the video there for now.